Alright, so basically, this is just going to be a video about my input on scary movies and the events that occur in them. And I literally am like, I haven't looked on YouTube to see if there's any other videos like this, so there might be. So I'm not copying anybody, I'm not like using plagiarism or anything. I just thought of this the other day, and me and my mom were ranting about it while watching, I want to say Friday, no, not Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, because it's like during the AMC 19 days, whatever it is, the AMC's Fear Fest, that's what it's called, and like they have all those scary movies on and all that stuff. So that's basically what that's about. So the first thing I want to talk about is, I don't know if I'm like the only one that thinks or noticed this, but most of the movies where there is a killer, or like the scary movies where there's like a killer, it's not like some monster thing, they're mostly going after females. Now, I don't really understand why it's always a female. Like, sometimes it could be a guy, like there might be some other guys or some other girls, but there's always like one specific female that they just are determined to kill or something, and it kind of like, it confuses me a little bit, because, you know, it's kind of like a woman that birthed you, so why are you being a little bastard and killing females, you little shit? Like, that's, no, you don't do that. One thing is, like, I don't really get this. Why is it that virgin girls can't die? Like, in most movies, that is like a rule. If you are a virgin, you cannot die. And that's mostly who the killer's like determined, for some reason, like in some movies, the killer's determined to get the virgin girl. But in most movies, like in Scream, her boyfriend, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but in the movie Scream, Sydney's boyfriend, Billy, I think his name was he was the killer, but he was like lying to her about it, and he was trying to take her virginity so he can kill her, because he knew that it's like a rule in scary movies that if you are a virgin, you're not going to die. So, I don't really understand that. I mean, it benefits me, obviously, but I don't get it. Like, why? Why can't, I mean, but, alright. Anyways, another thing I don't understand is, why do most killers in the movies wear masks? That doesn't really make sense, because if they're talented enough and they are good at somehow getting away from you, they can easily like tie your ass up and remove it and see who you are. I'm pretty sure at one point in the movie Halloween, Michael Myers' mask actually came off and you could see his face. I'm pretty sure I saw that, unless I'm just going insane and I'm seeing things. But like, I guess maybe it's like to hide their identity from the cops or whatever, just like people, so they don't see who it is right away. But they can easily find out eventually. Like, that just doesn't make sense. One thing, this is one of the things that literally bothers me the most about scary movies, is that I want to say people in person at the same time. The person that's running will literally trip over absolutely nothing. Like, oh, she tripped over some air. I don't understand how that works. How the fuck do you trip over air? Or a floor, like in their house, like a rug. How do you trip over a rug? Not even like just like one of those little rugs that you can just like place there. It's like a carpet, like covers the whole floor. How do you even manage that? It's like, it just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know if I'm the only one. That just, like, it annoys the hell out of me. Why? Like, then they will just lay there, look back at the killer coming to kill them, and they will be laying on the floor while he is like a good 100 feet away, walking really, really slow, may I add, towards them, and they're just letting them look at him screaming. Like, get the fuck up and run, because you still have a chance to live, even though if you're that stupid, you don't really deserve it. Honestly, like, it's common sense, like, to get up and run. Some things in scary movies, this isn't like really a rant, this is just a point. Some things in scary movies really shouldn't scare us, but they do. Like, some people might be fearless and try to act all badass, think they're scared of nothing. I am personally very scared of Michael Myers. I do not like him. Before I knew who he was, like my sister was him for Halloween one year and I was little, so I was a fucking happy ghost. I had like one of those ghost things that have a smiley face on it, and she was Michael Myers, and I thought nothing of it because I didn't know who he was. So she like kind of plunged at me with her plastic knife, and I just looked at her like, what are you doing? And then I saw the movie, and I had one of those nightmares where you could not wake up, no matter how hard you tried. You could not wake up, and he killed my mom, and I was like 7 years old. I was still very little, so that happened to bother me. So now I'm afraid of Michael Myers now. I don't like him. You can judge me all you want, but I do not like him. He scares the shit out of me. Well, like, not really, because I've been watching Halloween lately, but still. Okay, one thing that I don't understand is, like, in some movies, the group of people or whoever will actually be talented enough to where they get to the point they can somehow knock out the killer. Like in Friday 13th, maybe it was Freddy versus Jason. They got Jason knocked out. I guess like they had needles in his neck or something. I'm pretty sure it was Freddy versus Jason. And they sat there with him. Like, if he comes back to life, you're fucked. Because it's a scary movie. He's going to come back to life. It's just a fact. He is going to. Unless it's like the last movie, maybe they'll kill him off then. I don't know. But majority of the time, he's going to come back to life. And they'll usually they'll sit there and they'll throw their weapons away. Why are you throwing your weapon away? Like, whatever you use to knock him out, or first off, if it's his weapon, why the hell are you going to throw his weapon away? Because that's going to piss him off when he comes back to life. And he has nothing to kill you with but his bare hands. He's going to strangle you to death and you're going to die anyway. So that's another thing I don't understand. Why in some movies, like Freddy vs. Jason that I was talking about, they had Jason in the back of their van with them. Why bring the killer into your car? Because let's just say you guys are like having a good old time, you guys are driving on the highway or whatever, and then basically he comes back to life and he's in the car with you guys. He's going to reach up and stab you or whatever. And that's another thing I don't understand is why the killer's always in the back seat. Like, they sit there in the car and they're not starting the engine, they're just sitting there. It is night out, no noise whatsoever, and they're just sitting there like, oh my god. And then, guess who's in the fucking back seat? The killer, you dumb bitch. The killer. So, I don't understand why you do that. I don't really understand the point either why all killers walk. Probably because they know that the dumb bitch is going to sit there and trip over air. So he figures, why even try? I mean, there's really no point in running after. I think the only killer in a mask that really runs as far as I've seen, like, is Scream. He's like the only one that will fucking dodge out of nowhere and just bust a cap in your ass or whatever. Freddy Krueger runs too, but he's not like, he is a killer, but he's not like a real person. He's in your fucking dream, even though he somehow manages to kill you. Anyways. Another thing that annoys me way more than it should is when a girl or the guy or whoever's being being ran after will hide in the dumbest place possible. Like, she'll hide underneath the bed, or she'll hide in the closet, or she'll fucking hide in the cabinet, or she will crouch down underneath the table where she's like this, like high level, not realizing that he is still in the house and you are hiding in a closet to where he can easily just open it up and stab your ass and then leave or whatever and you're dead. So you got that, and then you got the bitch that hides under the bed, not realizing that he's not dumb. He's going to know that you were hiding under the bed, and he's going to go look under the bed, and he's going to find you, and then you're going to die, or you're just going to sit there and scream looking at him, and he's going to kill you either way. So instead of, just going out, I don't know, the fucking front door or something, some people do, but they wait till they run up the fucking stairs to jump out the window, and then they break their leg or something. They can't really run because their fucking leg is broken. Like, when you're downstairs or something, and he's like back there, and the stairs like over there, and the doors are there. Run your first off. Why is it that the killer always manages to get in the house, but the doors are locked? Because whenever she's trying to escape the front door, she like sits there and she fucking locks the door 20 times, and then she just runs. If you know there's like a killer in your house, he had to have gotten there somehow. First off, you should always leave your doors locked because we don't want that to happen. But either unlock your door before he comes downstairs and you're trying to hide or something, and just leave. Run out the door. Don't fucking go upstairs. Don't hide in bed. Don't hide in the closet. Don't hide in the bathroom. Don't hide in the kitchen where there's knives and shit. Don't do that. That's not right. Why are there never any like concerned neighbors coming over like, oh, I heard you screaming bloody fucking murder. Are you alright? Or, you know, I saw a guy with a knife, but I haven't heard you scream or anything. You okay? Like all the neighbors, they're like not there. Where the fuck did the neighbors go? Like, they probably realize that if they go over there, they're gonna, or they were probably smart enough to leave the fucking state where the killer is, as where everyone else will just stay there and, you know, go back to the same house, go back to the same school, go back to the same everything. Realizing that the killer knows. He knows that you're hiding spot, bitch. He's coming to get you. Run. Run like hell, because you're not slick. You're very dumb to not leave. Wow, this is going on for almost 12 minutes, and the other ones, what I had way more points than this, was on for like 10, so I probably should slow down on each of the subjects. Anyway, another thing I don't understand is why hiding in cars. Like, I understand you think maybe you could somehow get lucky and drive away, but that's not going to happen because these people will take their keys, but they will just randomly leave their cars unlocked for you to go hide under the seat. Well, first off, you could be in a parking lot full of 100 cars, 200 cars, 1,000 cars, 1,000,000 cars. It doesn't matter how many cars are in that parking lot. He is going to know, even if he comes a day later and you were still in the car, he's going to know exactly which car you're in. He's going to know exactly which seat you're under. He's going to pop up out of fucking nowhere and bust the window in and strangle your ass, or stab you, or slit your throat, or shoot you, or whatever he's going to do. But he's going to know exactly what car you're in. Alright, well, in like some specific movies, like I'll point out the one Child's Play, or Chucky, as most people will know him obviously by the movie, like, hey, have you ever seen the movie Chucky? Stuff like that. They won't really be like, hey, have you ever seen Child's Play? Well, he's a doll. Obviously, unless some of you haven't seen it or haven't heard of him. People are sitting there shooting him and trying to stab him with a knife. Why not rip off his one arm and throw it over there? Rip off his other arm and throw it over there. Take his legs and throw them somewhere. Fucking cut his head off and throw it somewhere. So he can get his ass back up and come attack you. If he somehow gets himself put back together and he somehow gets you, that's a problem, and you really need to get that figured out. Like, send him back to Japan because his wrist says made in Japan. That's nothing against Japanese people, by the way, because I'm friends with a couple and I am not racist. I love every race, just saying. When music gets quiet in a scary movie, this has nothing to do with the people in the scary movie. Everyone knows something's gonna happen. So I hate when you're like with that one person, but they know something's gonna happen because the music slows down, but they fucking scream and make this huge ass deal about it, and they will scream for like 5 minutes to where you missed what the killer was going to do when he popped up. Bitch, shut up. You knew something was gonna happen once the scary movie stops and the girl or guy in the movie is looking around all kinds of confused. You know he's gonna pop up from somewhere. You know he's gonna randomly do something. So don't sit there and be like, ah, for like the next 20 minutes, because it's not that big of a deal. Or I'm going to punch you in the face and I'll become a killer for you. For real. There's always, maybe not in every single scary movie, but a huge majority of the scary movies have that one awkward sex scene and that one awkward couple having sex, and they'll just be sitting there all into it, and then all of a sudden, this fucking killer, he comes out of nowhere and he kills everyone having sex in that sex scene. I don't know why killers find it amusing to kill two naked people getting it on with each other, But I mean, that might just be me that doesn't understand that. I mean, I don't know. But that's just, it's weird. It kind of, like, that's just really awkward, honestly. Some people might be wondering why I keep looking down. It's because I literally filmed this video 3 times before this, but I kept getting off track, so I didn't know if I repeated something or didn't say it at all. So I made sure that I wrote everything down that I'm going to say in this video, so I don't forget anything, and I'm crossing it off. And if I come up with some other ideas after this is over, I'll probably make a part 2 that will not be almost 20 minutes long, because this is kind of ridiculous. I didn't even mean to make it this long, so I apologize. There's some movies, I'm almost done, I swear, maybe like 5 more minutes, so this will be like a 20-minute video. There's always that like one person that has to sit there and yell at the killer, like, you son of a bitch! Well, if you just called him a son of a bitch, you're gonna piss him off even more, so he's really gonna want to kill you now. He's not even gonna maybe make it the somewhat slow, faster, less painful one. He's gonna fucking slowly stab your ass because you just call him a son of a bitch, and that is not nice. So maybe your dumbass is the reason he's killing people in the first place. I mean, don't curse at the killer. Don't be like, you son of a bitch, you stupid asshole. He knows he's an asshole. He's killing everyone. You don't have to remind him. That's freaking ridiculous. If people will get a call from an unknown number and there's some creepy guy talking on the phone and they're all
like, hey babe, what you doing? I'm watching you through the window. Do you want to play a game or something? And I'm outside your house.
Why the fuck answer when they call the 3rd time? Why? I don't understand. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand why you're gonna keep answering the phone. Obviously he's out there, except for Scream, because he gets very offensive when you hang up on him, because he'll go back like, I told you not to hang up on me, you bitch, and all that stuff. So stop answering the phone. And sometimes the girls that answer the phone will think it's their boyfriend being cute and all, no, it's not your boyfriend trying to be cute. Stop trying to be sexy, because the killer's not gonna think, oh, she's easy, I'll just bang her sexy. No, he's gonna fucking blow your brains out. Let's see. I have like 3 more things, and then I'll be done, I promise. Why do the girls always have to go outside and look, or guys, sorry, I keep focusing on the girls, so that's mostly what it is, have to go outside and look for the killer? Like, they'll hear a noise, they'll be like, hello? And then no one's there. Get your ass back inside, lock all the doors. And I know it's kind of dumb to call the cops, because they can't technically save you, because the killer will just kill them too. Call the cops and be like, yo, I think I hear someone outside my house. So maybe if the cops come and they kill the cops, that's your chance to get away, because the cops are an obstacle course to get to you. It's very heartless, but you know what? One thing I don't also understand is that why is it always the high school kids? Like, there's some movies where it's adults or it's like little kids, but it's mostly focused on high school kids. Now at this point, I am a freshman in high school. I'm 15, yeah, whatever. I just started high school. And it kind of confuses me is why high school kids are always dying, because it makes me fear for my life on Halloween now. Because what if some fucking person's like, hey, you're a high school kid, I'm going to stab the shit out of you or something. I don't know, but still. Now the last thing for today, unless I think of anything else, I have to make a part 2. I won't make a part 2 unless I have like 5 things. Well, the last thing is Freddy Krueger's song. There's just one part where it's like 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you, 3, 4, lock the door. He is in your dreams. So honestly, locking the door is not gonna do shit, because he'll just, it's a dream. He controls that shit. He will walk right through that door whether it's locked or not. So yeah, with this being almost a 20-minute video, I really did not plan on that. I'm sorry if this is like the most boring video of your life, but I just needed to rant about it, and some people will probably really relate to this video. Anyways, thanks for watching. I will leave my if you guys watched, I'll leave my Facebook link in the description box. I will leave my Instagram and all that stuff. I'll leave like my Ask FM, even though no one's probably gonna want that because it's not that important. If you guys have any requests of videos that you would like made, like rants on stuff, because I like ranting. I complain sometimes over stupid shit. So I'll do whatever I'm requested. Even if only one person requested it, I will do it. I don't care. Someone could be like, why are your penises called penises? And I'll find a way to rant about it. basically, I'll leave that in the description box. And I'll try to post a video every week on something new, even though I probably aren't going to get like that big, but I'll still try anyways, make an effort. Well, anyways, if you guys watch, thanks for watching, and maybe the next time you watch scary movies, you will realize all the things I just ranted about. And I'm sure as time goes on, my videos will get better, but as of right now, I am filming this from a laptop camera. I don't have all that high-tech stuff that's going to make my videos look awesome, but if I somehow become YouTube famous or whatever, I'm sure I will be able to upgrade on equipment. Well, anyways, bye guys.